it just me, or does Yuri have pink hands in her eyes? And 2 little thumbs. Just me? Okay, hello everybody, my name is Senkara, welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. This was very well received last episode, so I hope you've all stuck around to watch, and if you haven't already, then drop a subscribe, leave a like, give it a share if you could, join the Discord server. I would love to chat with you all, it really does make my day a little brighter. So without further ado, sheepishly, I turn towards, that's right, we cliffhanged last episode, I know you love that. Oh, well that's not what I expected. I expected to turn towards a book. Like manga. I thought I was just gonna say the manga, but no, I get to choose. Well, obviously... I'm just kidding, Natsuki. So do you have any recommendations? Eep! I always forget how much I love her. I take a closer look at the books and I say that, and to my surprise, I notice that there's a rather extensive collection of manga on the bottom shelves. When I glance back up at the girls, I notice Natsuki is staring down at the manga too. Oh, is that right? Our eyes suddenly meet, and it's so romantic, and she looks away blushing as she always does. But then we look back, and our eyes meet again, and that's my fanfiction, I shouldn't tell you that. Well, what do you like to read, huh? Honestly, I just read manga most of the time, so the collection down there caught my eye. I didn't know that manga was allowed in a classroom like this. Those are actually Natsuki's. Don't just say it like that. I just put them there while I was reorganizing the closet. Monika always messes with my collection when she goes in there, so I'm trying to make more space for them. As she says this, Natsuki shoots a look at Monika, who smiles sweetly in return. Oh. Which series do you have? I've read a lot, but I don't think I recognize many here. Most of the book's spines are vibrantly colored with big blocky letters announcing the titles, not bouncing titles. Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I would personally read, to be honest. The boss is a maid, rice ball basket, orange high school nightclub. Okay, I take it back. I've seen 2 of those. Kaichoa made some, fruit basket, I assume, and Oran High School Host Club. I haven't actually seen Fruit Basket, but I've seen the other 2. Very good. 10 out of 10. I like your taste. I've never heard of these series in my life. She likes romance, huh? That probably means they're either way out of my demographic or they're simply terrible. Nope, I assure you, at least 2 of them are very good. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. I could just tell by your expression. But I'll tell you one thing, Senkara. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover, but that's the whole point of the cover. In fact, I've always hated that saying. I mean, that's the point of the cover, is to judge it by the cover. That's why they have covers. That's why we have thumbnails. Natsuki stomps over to the bookshelf, elbowing me out of the way, and pulls a very pink book from a box set. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She unceremoniously shoves it right into my hands, getting right into the good stuff. I like it. I stare at the cover. It's the first volume of a series titled Parfait Girls. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Well, don't just stand there. What? Natsuki, have you considered that maybe Senkara might not want to read this? Excuse me? Who are you to say Senkara likes or dislikes something? I'm sure I like it, it's manga, I mean, whatever. I quickly break in to try relieve some of the sudden tension. Thanks for your concern, Yuri, but I'm definitely open to trying out new things. I don't usually read this stuff, but I'm willing to give it a try. Oh, alright then. Oof, sorry Yuri. Natsuki triumphantly smirks a bit while Yuri abashedly looks away. I guess I can't satisfy everyone. Satisfaction! I'd have thought you spent... What? I'd have thought you spent enough time in the literature club to not judge books by their covers either, Yuri. Yeah, Yuri! Manga can have just as deep of storylines as your novels can. I disagree. I think they can have far deeper storylines than even her novels. Her novels are probably pretty deep, but manga, man, okay? I don't know about parfait girls, but manga is pretty deep. Anime is pretty deep. Fucking love anime. I never said that they can't. It's just... Yuri looks like she's holding herself back from saying something. Just what? Just because they have pictures in them, they're childish or something? Well, there's a reason why people say pictures are worth 1,000 words. Yeah! I support that statement. I like pictures. Sometimes there are things that are best described through art. Manga blends both good art and good writing to create fantastic stories. Oh my goodness, you're a beautiful girl. I mean, what? Plus, being able to actually see the characters helps you relate and empathize with them. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yuri thinks to herself, looking a bit perturbed. Perturbed? My eyes getting too close? Nah. Fine, better look at my lovely, sexy face. I see. I just meant that manga is a bit unorthodox as a medium. Well, manga is literature too. It's obvious that the two girls have their differences. Yes, but it's also obvious that Natsuki is correct in this conversation. Sorry, Yuri, but again, she's being a bit too much of a prick. What's the word I'm looking for? Too up herself, full of herself. You know, elitist, I don't know, something like that. But I really don't like when people talk about anime and manga like this. This is exactly why I don't like Yuri, and I'm sorry, but I don't. This is why I like Natsuki. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid, and seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Now, that's great and all, and I'm sure Yuri's a wonderful person, but like, this sort of thing really pisses me off, and I can't be with someone who doesn't like anime. That's just... can't be done. I've tried. Doesn't work. Meanwhile, Natsuki seems to be a lot more forward and outspoken, and although she looks like the youngest in the club, she's clearly just as passionate about her hobbies as others are. We're going with hobbies. Anyway, this'll be your homework today, Senkara. I'll let you borrow volume 1 for tonight, so you can start on the next book tomorrow. But if you smudge it or bend it, I'll kill you. How do you smudge manga? How new is this? You don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty protective of my manga too. Is it really alright if I borrow it though? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this, no. That also kind of annoys me, but I will do what must be done. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you only read it here. I do like that, though. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. That is for damn sure! Speaking the truth! Ow. I hit my hand on the bone. Oof. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Hey, either way, that's exactly what we like to hear. Okay then. It's settled. I'll drink the commoner's coffee. The girls on the cover of the manga beam up at me and I can't help but shiver a bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate what high school girls are into. Hopefully I can get away with skimming through it. Skim through it? I'm terrible at skimming. I take far too long to read. That's why I don't read. Make sure you read it thoroughly, because I'll be quizzing you on it tomorrow. Ah, shit. Is she a mind reader? In that case, I think I'll give it a shot now, actually. I want to make sure that I have enough time to finish it, after all. Fine, but I'll be keeping a close eye on you then. Beep. I slide into a nearby desk as the rest of the girls dissipate, moving in to work on their own things. I quickly start flipping through the pages. Given that pictures take up the majority of the space, on the pages of the manga, it doesn't take me long to get through the beginning. Well, that's good. As I read, I start to become more aware of Natsuki sneaking peeks in my direction, checking out the goods. Yeah. Let me just flex while I hold this book. You can't see it properly, damn it. As I already read that, she seems intently focused on my face. Oh, I don't know what I'm even doing anymore. I don't know, you're cute, okay? Stop it. As if waiting to see my reactions to a manga. Oh! Ha ha ha! This is amazing! This is the best! Ha! Yes! I love this! Ha! Eee! How do you smile? I'm trying, okay? I clear my throat. Ahem. Natsuki, did you need something? You seem to really like looking in my direction. Oh my goodness, that's so forward. I could never be so bold. I feel a smile creeping through as Natsuki starts to furiously blush. My smile's just right on in, and splutters a response. You idiot! It's not like I was looking at you or anything. I was just staring into space. Wow, that I could speak in Tsundere voice. Don't you have anything better to do? Yeah, of course. With that, Natsuki huffily turns away to seek refuge in the closet, where loud rummaging sounds soon follow. I guess I should keep on reading then. Why would you stop her looking at the goods, man? That's good conversation, good banter. Always a pleasure. As it turns out, Parfait Girls is just as I imagined it would be. Oh, really? It's basically about a bunch of friends in high school and the cutesy hijinks they get themselves into. Well, those are always fun. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh, it depends. I quite like slice of life. I said this last time, but yeah, if there is actually, like, no plot, then... Well, not so much no plot. Slice of life is good, but constantly switching things and ignoring what happened last time, that annoys me. Like, things like, Maid-Summer, you know, that's slice of life, but it's continuous, not just jumping through different stories. Anyway, to its credit, it does manage to subvert some anime tropes quite neatly, though. The more I read, the more I can see why it appeals to Natsuki. All that talk about appreciating expressiveness of art, oh, I love her. How did Blue Skies make Natsuki even better? While I don't exactly read romance manga usually, or maybe you don't, the artist actually does a good job of portraying the girls as their own characters. Excellent. I often find that the girls in these kinds of stories are bland and unoriginal, not to mention that they often suffer from same face syndrome too. So it's a pleasant surprise to find that the title characters are likable and unique in their own ways. Still, over time, I can't help but grow a little bored though. I understand. I decide I'll finish it later tonight and place the novel in my bag. Oh, isn't that a manga? Calm down, mate. Looking up, I spot Sayuri reading something. Might as well see what she's up to. Standing up with a stretch. Stretch, everybody stretch, it's important for you. Standing up with a stretch, I make my way over to take a seat next to her. Hey, how's it going, Sayuri? What are you reading? As I sit down, I notice that she looks quite content. Nothing much, just reading some stuff for a school project. What about you? You seem to really enjoy your book. Oh, yeah, it was a good read. At least as far as I can tell right now. I can't help but wish I sounded a little more enthusiastic, yeah. Oh well. That's great! So how are you liking the club? You're not bored, are you? She looks a little worried, her cheerful persona faltering for a moment. Where did that question come from? It's a bit too early to tell how I really feel about the club. Of course not, Sayuri. Sure, I haven't been here for long, but I've enjoyed meeting everyone. They've opened my eyes to new stuff. I've never been huge on reading, but I'm confident the literature club could change that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're involved. You don't want to join a club that you have no interest in, right? Oh, don't worry. I have great interest in this club. I know what you mean. I think reading will grow on me in time. Actually, do you mind if I sit with you and read? Nani? She looks at me, clearly surprised. I don't think she was expecting me to sit next to her, but nonetheless she seems happy. Her smile is infectious, lifting my own spirits too. Making Sayuri happy gives me life, so this is okay. Sayuri's happiness is very important to me. That would be great, Senkara. We read for a while, which turns into talking fairly quickly, our conversation being a continuation from our chat from the walk to school. It's nice to just sit and talk with my childhood friend, who'd have guessed reconnecting would be so easy. Yeah, who would have guessed? I haven't felt this content for as long as I can remember. The good mood reflects on her as well. Given that she seems very uplifted and bubbly. She always does, so... Just don't make her fall for you, okay? I don't know what it is about her that makes me so at ease. Wow, we've been talking for a bit, haven't we? Man, I didn't even realize the time. I guess we have been talking for a while. I can see why you come to the literature club so much. There really is a welcome at ease vibe here. It must be a nice change of pace after how hectic the school day can be. Yeah, that's for damn sure. I just had my classes, in fact. I was hoping you'd say that, Senkara. It really is, and I'm grateful for the others as well. They really help make the club the way it is. I can't help but notice that Natsuki and Yuri seem to be very different though. Do they argue much? She looks a little downcast at my question. Sometimes, yes, but thankfully it isn't often. I can sense this isn't a topic she likes discussing. Well, that's only normal, I guess. Monika seems like a great president, though. She must be very proud of this club. Just then, Monika gets up from the desk as if she was sitting at... Monika gets up from the desk she was sitting at and faces the classroom confidently. Speak of the devil. Okay, everyone. I hope we're all having a good time so far. So I worked out the problem. Instead her head is... her body is facing side on-ish, on an angle, like everyone else. Whereas normally, and I didn't notice this until recently, I just found out, she faces straight on. Which adds to the 4-4 breakingness, and I somehow never realized that, but it must have been in the back of my mind, because when I noticed, I was like, holy shit, that's a good point. It always felt something was off about Monika, and that no doubt helped. But now, again, I swear her neck is too long for her body, okay? Her neck is a bit longer than it should be, I think. Her head should be down a bit, maybe a bit smaller. I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to seeing her at this angle. Did you guys know that ants eat toilet paper? So I found out rather recently. Okay, everyone, I hope we're all having a good time so far. What the hell was that in my voice? So far. So far. So far. There's a good moment of silence during which everyone seems to be glancing at me. Do they want me to respond? I'm honestly having a great time. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. What does Monika's voice sound like, huh? Well, it's great to hear that. And as it turns out, Natsuki baked some cupcakes for the club too. Is that right? Is that her voice? It just doesn't fit her face, but... Yeah, I know. I was just about to announce it, so let me get them. Let's go sit over there, Senkara. It looks like there might be room at those desks for all of us. Which desks? All of these desks are single desks, but okay. I dutifully follow Sayori over to where one of the desks of the girls have pulled a couple... What? I dutifully follow Sayori over to where the rest of the girls have pulled a couple of desks together to form a table. How about I make some tea as well? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Why is there tea in the closet? Still feeling a bit awkward, I opt to take a seat next to Sayori. Good choice, good choice. If the conversation dies out, I can always rely on her to save me. Meanwhile, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! I can't make that noise. Oh my goodness, we actually get to see it even more better. Did we see it last time? I don't know. I kinda wanna make that now though, that's awesome. Just cause Natsuki, then I like the chocolate chip ears from the perspective. Art! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing. I thought that was chocolate sauce, but thank goodness, because chocolate sauce is fucking horrendous. And little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. So cute! I can't do that. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs the first one, then Monika and I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full. Oh, sorry, I made this mistake before. It's delicious! Hold on, I can do better. It's delicious! And has already managed to get icing on her face. Jeez, how did you do that? I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. It would be hard with the pointy thing sticking out of it. Natsuki is quiet and adorable. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Perfection. Right there. That is perfection. I mean, what? I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Yeah, I did just bite it. Spreading the Rona, but no one should use my mouse anyway. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. If she made it all by herself, that's seriously impressive. It practically tastes professionally done to me. But then again, it's not like I have the most discerning taste palette. Again, maybe you don't. These cupcakes are amazing. Thank you, Natsuki. Yeah, you better thank me, cause this took a hard work to do. Yeah, it really seems like it. Did you make it by yourself, or did your parents help you? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I couldn't have done it myself? No. It just seems professionally made, so I was wondering if an actual baker helped you. Say actual baker? She's a baker? She bakes? I wish my dad was a baker, but just because I don't bake for money doesn't mean I can't be good. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. You better be sorry. I just suck at cooking myself. Maybe you suck at cooking. So I'm wowed by good cooking. I guess I should count myself lucky that I got to try your cupcakes today, huh? Uh-huh. It's not every day that I have time to bake. So be thankful. The expression on Natsuki's face practically says, bow down before me, peasant. I wouldn't be, completely against that. I mean, what? Are you expecting Senkara to prostrate himself before you? Maybe. Looks like Monika had the same thought. You can't blame Natsuki for bragging a little, though. I would too if I made these. Yeah, exactly. Natsuki smiles gratefully at Sayuri's save. Meanwhile, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down with the teapot to make cupcake to fucking you know what it says. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Maybe I should make her British because she likes tea so much. Oh, don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. No, now she's just posh. Less British, more posh. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I mean, she's got purple hair. She's basically the same colours as Rarity. I can do a Rarity voice. I guess, though she's not as confident as Rarity, so maybe not. Oh, damn it. What's Monika's voice again? I'm trying to get all the voices right for this. Hold on. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... Don't worry about it, I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a common pastime for me, but I can appreciate it. After all, what do I have to lose? Alright, I'll do it. I'll drink the commoner's tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. I'm gonna make that joke as much as I can, I'm sorry. Monika raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. I'm happy that you look like you're enjoying yourself, Senkara. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Again, it's just the fact that she sighed on, I think that's the problem. Oh, that reminds me. I've actually been meaning to ask you something, Monika. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather have something I can personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. But I guess it must be hard to start a new club since everyone's probably settled into their own activities already. You could put it that way. It can be hard to get people invested in things that are brand new. Especially when it's... I'm in my nose, hold on. Maybe it's because it's made of sugarcane. Maybe the ants like that. Perhaps there is sugar in toilet paper. Maybe we should try eating toilet paper. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the cultural festival that much more important. Speaking of school events, I don't think I saw your club at the fair at the beginning of the year. That's because I hadn't started it yet. Oh, I guess that explains why you don't have many members yet. Yeah, we missed that opportunity to join first years who hadn't found clubs yet. It's a lot harder to advertise on a person-by-person basis, and like you said, a lot of people already have extracurriculars by now. But even so, I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Monika's head just isn't right, okay? I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not right. It's gotta be the front arm thing, I don't know. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. By the way, I know that everyone here likes reading, but do you guys write as well? Actually, we haven't done any writing together, funnily enough. Do you guys just read and discuss books then? You could say that. Sounds more like a normal book club than a literature club. To be honest, I was kind of expecting you all to do stuff like poetry together. The word poetry, Natsuki suddenly jolts back a bit. Funky new music, I like it. Do you not like poetry, Natsuki? What? I don't really have an opinion on it, I guess. Oh, really? With a sly smile, Monika gets up, rummages through her book bag, and returns with a loose notebook page in her hands. Oof! I happen to have a poem here called Hey, Where Did You Get That? That's an interesting name for a poem. Natsuki springs up and snatches the paper out of Monika's grasp. Don't worry, I didn't steal it from your bag or anything. You dropped it on your way out the other day. I was going to return it, but I couldn't help teasing you a bit before I did that. Well, I'd appreciate it if you kept your nosy nose out of my private work. Nosy nose. Duly noted, and sorry I couldn't help glancing over your poem when I picked it up. Your writing style is really cute, Natsuki. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Hey, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So you do write your own poems, Natsuki? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I just think it's pretty neat. Why don't you share them with the club sometime? Not if everyone's gonna call them cute. Like Sayuri said, there's nothing wrong with being cute, you know. You wouldn't get it. There's nothing worse than trying to get honest feedback from someone and just having them say it's cute. I completely understand. I've gotten that with my art sometimes, and even when it's not even cute. Like, I drew two characters fighting an intense battle and like, oh, that's cute. No, it fucking isn't! It's a sad, emotional, deep story of two friends trying to kill each other. Anyway, one strips from the word cute. So I understand. I guess I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, no one does. It's super annoying, you know. Actually, I believe I understand how Natsuki feels. Natsuki looks surprised at Yuri's sudden interjection. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Yeah, what she said. And when that's all dismissed with a single remark, well, suffice to say, it can greatly discourage you from putting your work out there again. It sounds like both you and Natsuki have writing experiences in common, Yuri. Maybe. Although, I don't mean to speak for Natsuki. Jeez, it's fine. I pretty much agree with what you said, so... A brief moment of silence falls upon us as we all reflect on the conversation. It just gave me an idea, everyone. We all look quizzically at Monika, who smiles knowingly back at us. If we have members who are looking for legitimate criticism of their poetry, how about we do that here? I'm sure we can all trust each other to be respectful and think it'd be a fun idea for us. I don't really know if I feel comfortable sharing my old poetry. I didn't write it to be read by the public, so yeah, same here. That's fine, we can all just go home and write some new poems to bring tomorrow. I was going to suggest that anyway, since I don't think the rest of us have poetry ready to share yet. Oh great, now I have 2 lots of homework, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that sounds awesome! I think learning about poetry would be really fun. And now that we have a new member, I think it will really help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Senkara? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. The Literature Club has been very welcoming so far, at least after the initial introductions were made. And although I'll have to start writing poems, it seems like a fair price to pay in order to spend with it every day with these beautiful girls, especially one in particular who we all know and love. Well, I love her, I don't know about the rest of you, but I had my doubts at first, but given how friendly and welcoming these girls are, I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't join the club. Neither do I. Yep, I'll be looking forward to becoming better friends with you all. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thank you, Monika. Yes, I'm so happy you're joining us! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Yay! Happiness. I love happy Sayuri. Let's just keep her happy. Don't be falling in love with me or anything. Hey, and thanks for playing along. Oh, and thanks for playing along. She whispers this last remark in my ear, so she was aware that I'd never agreed to join in the beginning. Ah, I see. That sneaky girl. Although Sayuri is the most enthusiastic, all of the girls' eyes are lit up with happiness. I would have been super pissed if you had just left after eating my cupcakes. I'm very glad that you're staying as well. Okay, everyone. I think that did she just get so much bigger than everybody else? What the frig? This is what's concerning. She's huge. Look at her hand. It's like... Okay, it's not that big. Maybe it's just perspective. I don't know. It's the same size as Sayuri's, actually. But still, it's weirding me out, man. I don't know what it is about her, but she just looks big. Maybe it's the quality of the line art. I don't mean to criticize, but in some parts it looks blurry. Yeah, it looks a bit blurry. I think that might be it. Yeah, her hair looks a bit like it's been copy-pasted onto her body. Which isn't bad, I mean, go for it. It's just, I'm noticing it. Oh, I feel so bad now I'm criticizing the artwork. I'm not criticizing, she looks amazing, but yeah, something's just off with her and I think that might be it. Maybe, I could be wrong, I need to have a closer look, I don't know. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Don't forget tonight's assignment. Ugh! Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so that we can hold discussions. Monika looks over at me once more. For a second there I thought she was front on again, but no. Senkara, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress Monika with my mediocre reading and writing? Sometimes, something tells me no. Jeez, I can already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Ah well, it's not like Monika's going to be as harsh as an actual literature teacher though, right? Meanwhile, the others continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Sayuri, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Given that she introduced me to all these amazing people, it's the least I could do for her. Sure, let's head home. Home? No! With that, the two of us wave goodbye to the others and make our way home. Oh, yay. On the way back, we discuss the events of the day, focusing particularly on each club member. As we do so, my mind wanders between them all. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. She looks so out of place. It's probably because they all have the same sprites and she just has a different one and I'm not used to it. That's probably all it is, I'm just not used to it. But it's really weirded me out, man. I'm excited to hang out with everyone from now on. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of them. Just the one. Perhaps. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, I'll do it. I'll write the commonest poems. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. Well, this is different. Blue skies, huh? Blue skies. Boing. Well, that was adorable, okay. Didn't expect that. I miss this music. I love that little staticky noise in the background. We'll do this real quick, and then we'll finish off the episode. So, pick words that you think your favourite Monika member will like, and something might happen. Lollipop, too easy. Yeah, pick all the food and clothes. That's Natsuki for you. Senkara, fancy meeting you here. Yeah, you too. See you tomorrow. Alright. So, there you go. That has been Doki Doki Blue Skies Part 2. Woo! That was fun. I love it. I love it. It's like... a lot of the lines were from the original Doki Doki, but there were changes and more to it as well. Like, slight differences. Like, when looking at the manga, in the original it just said there's a bunch of manga here that I don't really recognize. Doesn't seem like my type of stuff, but here it actually listed manga and gave them funny parody names, but of course that breaks the immersion because I do know those. Well, technically I don't, but, you know, yeah. I know them. But hey, it's good. And things like that, and describing Natsuki's cupcake a bit more, you know, certain things. I forgot my examples, but you watched the video too, so you know. But yeah, and I really like that. Like, it's the same, but it's different. It doesn't feel like I'm just repeating myself. It feels like a whole new adventure with these beautiful girls and a new romance to come with Natsuki, and I hope it's happy. Better be freaking happy, man, or else I'm gonna sue. I don't think it is. The description says psychological horror, but it might just be referring to the original Doki Doki. I don't know. I just want to marry Natsuki, okay? Okay, thank you. So that's been Doki Doki. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you made it this far, I can only assume that you did, so you may as well leave a like. Give it a share if you think any of your friends would enjoy this too. I would really appreciate that. And thank you all so much for watching. My name has been Senkara, and until next time, I'll see you there. See ya. I can't say see you there and then follow up with a see ya. What am I doing?